Hi everyone, welcome back to our Hygiene Passport Test preparation series. This is session number 5, and today also we are going to do some sample true questions with you. If you haven't seen my previous sessions yet, I recommend you to check it out first because they also contain lots of practice questions and I'm pretty sure that it will really helps you a lot. So let's practice. I've got a set of sample questions for you to try today as well. No hurry, this is just for practice and to help us remember what we already know. So, pause the video and take a moment to think about the correct answer before I will show it from this video. Um, as I say every day, if you want, you can take a note or feel free to take a screenshot if you need. Um, Here comes our first questions today. Freezing in a sufficiently cold temperature improves the lastingness of products. True or false? Yes, this is false because and this question, lasting. The word lastingness refers to both the shelf life and the quality of the food products, and especially freezing can affect to the quality of fish, meat, and some kind of baked products. In that case, quality must be checked frequently, although the food product is in the freezer. So this statement is false because freezing cannot improve the lastingness of a food product all the times. It can reduces the quality in some cases also. So this is false. Here comes our next questions for today's session. It is customer feedback is a part of the own check plan. True or false? Yes, this is true because customer feedbacks are important to a company because it helps them to improve their quality of the service. Therefore, feedback should be written and discussed with the peer employees and utilized correctly to develop in their protocols and procedures. So the statement is true. The next question is when distribute foods for free, the rules and requirements for handling food products must be followed. True or false? This is true. Because food handling rules and regulations are still required to be followed when serving the free foods or doing free distributions and fairs like activities in here, Finland. So this statement should be true. Next one. Bacteria spores always found inside the cans of canned foods. Right or wrong? Take a moment to think about the correct answer. Yes, it's false because canned foods are prepared by using sterilization process and sterilization means there cannot be any kind of microbes or microbial spores inside the sterilized product. So there are no any spores inside a properly sterilized can. And only it will possible if there is something wrong with the sterilization process, but it cannot be happen very frequently, so this claim should be wrong. Claim number 5. The question is, if an easily perishable food product is stored in too warm conditions, its use by date marked on the package is no longer reliable. True or false? This is true because these dates are reliable only if the product has been stored at the correct temperature. Storing at a higher temperature means it facilitates the microbial growth well and shorten the shelf lives of the products. So this is true. Next one. Food products can be cooler in the same freezer where frozen foods are stored. True or false? What do you think about this claim? Yes, it's false. We must first cool the food in a separate cooling equipment and then only we can put it into a freezer that usually used to store the frozen food items. We can use a same freezer to cool a product and to store it. So claim number 6 is wrong. Claim number 7. The question is, health inspectors cannot inspect the restaurant kitchens. True or false? This is false because they have the ability to do inspection at restaurant kitchens and any other kind of food processing areas, including storages as well. So it's a responsibility of food processors to have them and allow them to do their inspection fairly. So this claim number 7 is false. They can inspect or they can do some kind of checking on restaurants as well as kitchens. Claim number 8. Food poisoning suspicions must always be informed to health officials. True or false? This is false because we need to inform it to health official only we have more than 5 suspected people per case. If more than 5 people become sick, we can inform them, but not the each one every time. Claim number 9. Workers in the food industry, including online food sellers, must inform local food control authority about their activities. True or false? What is your opinion? Yes, this is true. Because according to the Finnish food regulation, all food workers must inform to food controlling authorities about their activities, and the informing process must be done before starting the activities. So this statement is true. Claim number 11. Dirty root vegetables and pre-made foods cannot be stored in the same cold storage. True or false? This is true Because dirt always contains a lot of harmful microbes, and therefore dirty root vegetables must be handled separately from other products, including raw materials, pre-cooked materials, or already ready to eat food products. Then the microbes in the dirt will not spread to pre-made items if we separate them correctly. So this statement is true. Next question is, water is not necessary for microbial reproduction. Is this right or wrong? What do you think? This is wrong because we know a lot of dry products always have a longer shelf life than other food items. So it's due to unavailability of microbial reproduction because microbes cannot reproduce without a sufficient amount of water inside the food. And that's why normally dry products have a longer shelf life than other food items. So claim number 12 is wrong. Claim number 13. Raw milk contains less microbes than pasteurized milk. True or false? This is false because when milk is pasteurized, large number of microbes are destroyed, including Listeria and Salmonella. So definitely raw milk contains the large amount of microbes than the pasteurized milk. Claim number 14. The acidity of a food product affects the microbial reproduction. Is this true or false? This is true because by increasing the acidity, we can make a food product stays a longer time period. That is because a lot of harmful microbes are not reproduced in an acidic environment. And fermentation process is a good example for the occasion that we normally use this theory into a practical. Because by fermentation, there is a acid forming process inside the food. So due to that acid, the pH level goes down and microbes cannot reproduce in that low pH level. In other words, more acidic condition. So claim number 14 is true. Here comes our next claim for today. Food poisoning bacteria reproduce quickly in Karelian pastries kept in the room temperature. True or false? This is true because normally Karelian pastries are filled with rice porridge boiled in milk, and easily perishable food products such as these pastries must keep in a cold storage, not in the room temperature, because in room temperature bacteria will grow really fast and its shelf life will go down and down in very short time period. So that's why we need to store our food at correct temperatures according to their requirement. Um, these are the questions for today. Thank you so much for joining with me and watching my video. If you found this video is helpful, please don't forget to give a thumbs up. If you still didn't subscribe to my channel, please subscribe it because it really helps me a lot. Um, Also, don't forget to turn on the notification button so you'll be the first one to know when our next session is out. Until then, keep learning, stay safe, and see you soon in our next practice session. Always believe, yes, you can. I believe you can do this. Well, so you also have to stay faithfully towards yourself and believe in yourself. So, good luck to your exam. Have a nice day. Bye bye.